Good morning, students. Once again, I come to you in this form through this video. Please take your history book. Today, I would like to discuss on medieval Europe. First chapter we have discussed many times, and it is quite easy to understand as it goes with the three divisions. Okay, the capture of the emergence of the Roman Empire. Then comes in between comes the birth of Jesus, and then his teachings, and then the last part, the spread of Christianity. So after that, the medieval period, in the medieval period, that is after 15th century, what happens this side? Actually, medieval period begins after the fall of Roman Empire, the Western Roman Empire, not the Eastern Byzantine, but Western Roman Empire. And so it lasted for about 1000 years. 1000 years is not very less time. Okay, so dear students, this from 5th century to 15th century CE, this period is marked by a number of events which shaped the course of the continent of Europe. We are talking here, the Europe means the continent of Europe. Because of the political divisions, because of the political extension or development, the continent was reshaped, and number of states and the countries emerged. That's why it is important. You might find it little boring, not interested, but it's a continuation of the Roman Empire actually. So let us come to the point, the decline of the Roman Empire. Decline of the Roman, this is because the medieval period begins with the decline of the Roman Empire. So after ruling authoritatively, strongly, the Romans had very strong hand in whole of Europe, and also the what called Central Asia. So to say, eastern part of Central Asia, the western part of Central Asia. And so about 500 years, for about 500 years, certain cracks appeared. Cracks means divisions here. Cracks means division within the Roman Empire. What was the division? First division was because it was very vast, so it was divided into Eastern Roman Empire and Western Roman Empire. Is it okay? So it was, first division was Eastern Roman Empire and the Western Roman Empire. Other divisions were among the Eastern Roman Empire and Western Roman Empire. In the Western Roman Empire, the feudalism took over the emperor. The empire, whole empire was divided into very many feudal lords that they are called. Whereas in the Eastern Roman Empire, the Byzantine Empire, the Justinian took over. Okay, Justinian Empire, whole Byzantine Empire was taken over by Justinian dynasty, founded by commander in chief Justin. So why it happened? Because of this division, the Roman Empire fell into different sub states, so to called, into different provinces. Now that was these two regions, divisions. Next one, important one, is the barbarian invasions. When Roman Empire started falling, barbarian became stronger. Barbarian tribes, they were from Germany. They are Germanic tribes of the Visigoths, Vandalas, Franks. All these were the tribes, Germanic tribes. Also, their barbarian tribes among them were the Huns. Huns were the fiercer tribe of the Central Asia, and Goth and the Goths. These were very strong, and other Germanic tribes that we have named up. That is Visigoth, Vandalas, and Franks. These were the Germanic tribes. The barbarian tribes were Goths and Huns or Huns, whatever you call it. These actions resulted in the Roman coming into conflicts. Romans started quarreling among themselves for the power. With the intruders means invaders. Intruders at the border. Many invaders came at the border, thereby making them the porous, especially in the western part of the Roman Empire. Yes, especially in the western part, as I said. So the city of Rome was plundered a number of times. So these were the reasons. Therefore, under the heading barbarian invasions. Second reason for the decline of the Roman Empire was the size of the Roman Empire. It was very big, and which was very difficult to control and rule the whole empire. And so it was given into the hands of the feudal lords. Okay, and also it was divided into eastern and western one. You know that. Next one was the division of Roman Empire. Yes, division of Roman Empire. These are the reasons. Even if you don't understand, remember the points that I told just now. Next one is another one. Yeah, once the Roman Empire was divided, the Eastern Roman Empire was to be ruled from Byzantine, and the Western Roman Empire was to be ruled from Rome. Byzantine and Rome. Byzantine, present Istanbul. Okay, the Greek-speaking East prospered and started to become more powerful. So the Eastern Roman Empire started very becoming strong. They were Greek-speaking Roman empires there. They kept their cities well guarded. Geographically also it was a very good position because no invaders could come so easily. That was there. So after the deposition of the last Roman Empire, Romulus Augustus, see that here is there, Romulus Augustus in 476 CE by a chieftain. Who was that chieftain? The Justin. German chieftain. Odysseus, not Justin, Odysseus. The Western Roman Empire came to an end, whereas the Justin took over the Byzantine Empire. The Western Roman Empire was taken over by the Odysseus. Okay, remember these two names. Okay, next point is the dent of economy. Now, because it was so vast and difficult to administer, and also fighting war constantly, the fighting wars against the invaders. Remember those invaders and the tribes. The economy or the money of the whole empire started to drain out, and that's why it is called dent in economy. That means so much money was spent to face the enemies from all over the border areas, and so slowly the emperors, the capital treasury. The capital treasury got drained out. Do you understand? Yes. Capital treasury got drained out. Became naturally, if you have no money, you will not be able to run the empire and face the enemies. So these are the important point for the decline. Now, after the Roman Empire was declined, who came up? Rise of the feudalism. What is feudalism? Feudalism is a system of granting land on the condition of serving the emperor. And so you are a emperor's servant, is officer. Officers are not given salaries in cash, so they are given some areas of the empire. So they are the master of that empire. They can collect taxes and other incomes, and so they can have their area. So they are known as feudal lords. So they are known as feudal, and so feudal lords. And so slowly when the empire, the emperor was not in contact, slowly these feudal lords became like emperor, the king of that area, naturally. So this slowly, therefore, this was the reason for the rise of the feudalism. Okay, what is written here, I have earlier explained, but now just to summarize it, I am telling this was the condition. Okay, next one, the rise of the Byzantine Empire. In the Eastern Empire was becoming stronger, Greek speaking. So they were becoming very strong. Why? Because of the new capital, Constantinople. In 330 CE it was named Constantinople, and after the Roman Empire, Constantine. The Eastern Roman Empire was less vulnerable. Vulnerable means open, exposed to the enemy. It was less. I said geographically it was less vulnerable. The capital city of the empire, Constantinople, was located on the strait, and thereof it was extremely difficult to breach its defense. So it also had shorter common frontiers with Europe. So it was less. So it was separated altogether, separated from the European nations. The empire was wealthy enough to ward off the attacks of the invaders, barbarians. So very rich enough. Then comes, because the prosperous and well managed by well administered by the commander Justin. So the Justinian dynasty was founded by Justin I, who rose to the power. He was a military man, military commander, and became emperor. See, in 518 CE. His death paved the way for Justin I, his nephew, to ascend to the power in 1527 CE. Justinian I is also known as the Justinian the Great. He brought remarkable military success with extensive territorial expansion to the empire. He introduced the Greco-Roman and Christian culture, new composite culture he brought about, and so this gave a strength. It was the strength of the empire. During his reign, he brought in many reforms. So he was an Orthodox Christian. That means he was following Christianity very closely, and so when he came to the power, he began to rebuild all the old popular monuments, so that the money would income. His most significant achievement was the rebuild of the Hagia Sophia. This is the picture that you see, the photographs of these monuments down below was built by him. Today also it is very, very famous. He had been a great patron of art and encouraged icon painting. What is this icon painting? Icon, that means miniature painting. Now, what is this miniature painting? Small painting. You have seen in your computer icons, that small picture representing certain files and documents, okay, files and folders and other things. So, they are known as icon. So, icon paintings, silk production and carved ivory panels. Carved ivory panels. Also, all this. Hope you know what is ivory also. Do you know? Yes, ivory. So, next one is the emergence of the truth. On the other hand, don't think that the Justin was very powerful and then he had no enemy. He had also enemy. So, emergence, slowly, the Turkish power they established were growing. And so they were constantly at watch of the Eastern Roman Empire. The Byzantine Empire began to weaken after the death of Justinian I. So it came under the attack from the Goths, Huns, Vikings, Arabs, and Normans. The Ottoman Turks from the east had been attacking Byzantine Empire for centuries. And so in 1453, they finally managed to capture the Constantinople. With this attack, the Ottoman made Constantinople their capital, thus marking the end of the Byzantine. This was the end of the Byzantine Empire. And then coming up of the Crusades. Crusade, what is this crusade? Crusade was the holy war. When the Turkish Ottoman Turks, they captured Byzantine. After that, they proceeded towards Jerusalem in 11th century CE. And so they took control over the Holy Land of Christians. Holy Land of Christians, whole of Jerusalem and Judea and Jerusalem. And so it was captured. And so the Pope appealed to all the Christians to join the fight. The holy war of Christian is known as Crusades. What is the holy war of Islam? Jihad. Okay. What is the holy war of Sikh? Sikh. What is that? Fateh Khalsa. Okay. Khalsa was the military power to protect the religion. So Khalsa. So since then they are always is part of the religion. They say it is a part of the religion, religious protection to keep the sword. So they keep always hang the sword on there. There are so many things. So among each religion have their own specialty, fears, and so they protect. So remember these things. So crusades. So they had the 8 to 9 crusades altogether, fought in the 11th century till 13th century. The crusades failed in the primary objectives, but in the other side they also gained. They could not. Some of the positive aspect that they had, the crusades, here on page number 2021, you will see the number of pages, number of points that what they gained, though they could not really capture till today. Those holy land of Christians are under the Muslim rule, and so they are there. But then they gain something, and the spread of Christianity. The spread of Christianity is still continued. Not with the fall of empire it's got over. No, it's continuous through the apostles and the writers. See, and the monks and the monasteries. So what was this monasticism? Monasticism came into being. So on page number 21 you see the monasticism. I am not going line by line because we have already discussed. So all those those of you who are new, please see that. Okay. And then impact of this monasteries or the monasticism. And so how monastic played in played the role of role in different fields, especially the art, architecture, agriculture, and literature. So remember all these things. Okay, please go through. We'll have soon exams, revision test.